Hello, everyone out there in Vlogland. This is Latoya. Unfortunately, well, let me say this. I have actually, I have a video out there of Shaw of the Sunset, episode 2, season 2. I've been trying to upload this damn video for God knows how long. I mean, for a few days now, and for some reason, YouTube is not communicating with my computer. So in the case that it does not work out, I'm going to go ahead and go back over some of the things I talked about. But let me just say this. I'm happy for the season. I'm happy that it's back. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to receive the emails from people saying, hey, you know, the Shaws are up and running. Where are the videos? So I'm happy to know that there's somebody actually watching all of my crazy antics. So with that being said, let's take a moment of silence for Gigi and her bullshit. Okay, so we'll get to Gigi in a little bit, but first I want to start with MJ. Last season, MJ and her mom went through this whole thing where, you know, MJ was giving us her history of her mom, and, you know, we saw for ourselves her mom was like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like, the bitch is like off her rocker. And she's just nasty with it, you know, and Gigi, and I understand where Gigi's coming from because we're commanded to respect our mom and dad no matter, you know, not necessarily no matter what they do, but in spite of themselves, we want to always be in a place of honoring our parents. But at some point in time, I wish Gigi would get some backbone. Like, listen here. Now, you may not love you, but I love me. And you don't have to love me because I love me. And you're going to respect me because I respect you. Now, if you can't respect me, then I'm going to just go ahead and cut you off, leave you alone, let you go about your business, mother. But if we can work this out and be somewhat of a we can have somewhat of a relationship. I mean, even if it's a damn friendship, then let's do that. Let's come to terms with the fact that you will never be the mother I need you to be. So if MJ would actually say this to her mother, I think she would find some type of solace and peace in her life. However, she's around the dinner table, second episode with her aunts and everything, and her sour puss ass mama comes to the table, and they have this little thing going back and forth, and her mom is like, "How dare you?" and all this shenanigans. But my thing is this, what did Maya Angelou say? When somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Your mama has showed you her ass, and MJ's mother has showed her ass godly all of her life. So at this point in time, it should be comical. I know it's a little hurtful, but it should be comical. It should get to the point you be like, that's a damn shame that you are so miserable. But then the flip side of that is we get to see the other parent in MJ's life, the one who brought balance to her life, which is her father. And he seems to be, elderly and a little sickly, but you can see the love that he has for his daughter and the love that she has for her father. And instead of her focusing on that, she wasn't focused on her wacky ass mama. Focus on the fact that your father was there and he was a father to you, and that man helped you be the person that you are, somewhat sane. It was real touching to see her take care of her dad, dye his hair all purple and blue and shit. That was real cute. But you can tell that man has been through a lot. And I'm pretty sure it's tied to her crazy ass mama. I'm pretty sure that man went through it. I mean, the fact that he moved to America with probably nothing, and that bitch came over a couple of months later only to raise some hell, he should have stomped her ass in the ground a long time ago. But I'm not sure if that's the Persian way. I know it's the African American way. The man had enough, but you won't get knocked the fuck out. But I shouldn't say that. I don't condone domestic violence, but I'm just saying, you ain't got to hit the bitch, but you might have to shake her real hard. And her daddy should have shook her ass real hard because that bitch is ornery. So, moving on, MJ goes to see her random white woman, and I call a random white woman the psychiatrist, because I have a random white woman in my life, and her qualifications had to be that she was 40 or over, and of course that she was white. Why, you say? Why 40 and why white? Why? Because I'm not 40 and I'm not white. I don't want anybody sitting down here telling me, well, when I grew up and I used to do, and this is how I handled it. Fuck that. I want some white folks answers. I want Latoya, your life just brings tears to my eyes, and poor baby, and not necessarily poor baby, but just I just want to encourage you. Use all the big words in my damn therapy. Don't be using all that shit like, damn, you black, you strong, you healthy, you got your shit going for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just find your happy place. I don't want to hear that. I want some medication. I want some exercise. I want some work. If I'm paying you for you to tell me that I'm not mentally right, I want you to put in some work, bitch. So you must be 40 and white. So MJ's person is white. She's not over 40, but I'm glad to see her getting the help that she needs, because for some reason, ethnic folks, including Persians, African Americans, don't believe that we should go see psychiatrists. And that's how you got bitches out here today looking like crackheads, because they don't lost their damn minds. Their minds have willfully and willingly seeped out of their damn ears. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave MJ alone. But my advice to MJ is, honey, forgive your mother, forgive yourself. Look at the things that are going right in your life. Look at the fact that you have a father who loves you past himself, and the fact that you are wealthy. He set you up, or they set you up well to be a successful individual, and that you're capable of loving someone. But first you have to love yourself. So that will be my psychiatry advice to MJ, because it breaks my heart to see her ass. And stop drinking. You getting that bathing suit you had on, and when your back was turned to the camera, looked like a damn busted box of biscuits. You need to be ashamed of yourself. Stop all that goddamn drinking. It turns into sugar, and that's why your ass is fat. I know why you're drinking, because your mama runs your nerves. But baby, get you a man with some good stuff, some good old-fashioned, good old ding-a-ling, and some good stroking. Lose that weight, get on with your life, have you about 10,000 children if that's what you want to do, and move on. Your mama ain't gonna never change unless Adonai changes her. She ain't gonna never change. So with that being said, I'm definitely moving on from MJ. Let's get on to Gigi. Last season, Gigi told everybody how she liked to cut a bitch, kill a bitch, fight a bitch. I mean, she was Thug, Bone, Harmony, Tupac reincarnated. That bitch was a thug, okay? And I don't really do thugs until Gigi came about with all of her yap, 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 and I realized she's playing, because I've never seen a knife do what a gun didn't. You understand what I'm saying? I've never seen a knife act as fast as a bullet. Because with all of that shit, for some reason, she thinks they only made one knife and only made one gun, and they gave it to her. I want Gigi to go and go to Chicago to their urban developments and see what thugging is. I want her to go to D.C. and some of those neighborhoods to see, what thugging is. I want her to go out of her comfort zone, hell, in L.A., or wherever she's at, however she's located in California. Go on the other sides of the track, and you will see a bunch of people who have to be hard, because that's the way to survive. All that unnecessary shit, you getting drunk, liquid courage, and all of a sudden you big and bad. My grandmother told me one thing: a drunk man can't do shit. A drunk man can't fight nobody, and damn sure can't keep his posture. All of that running like you finna fight her, run up on her, only for somebody to catch you, and then your titty fall out, and then you tell her, I'ma fuck you up, I'ma fuck you up, I'ma fuck you. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And had old girl stood flat-footed and kicked you in your motherfucking chest because you only this big, you would have thought she was wrong for that. You would have thought she was wrong. And I'm pretty sure your family thought she was wrong, but I would have whooped your ass that day, at that moment. Yes, God. Do you understand? So you got off easy with the old girl. What's her name? Her name is Asia, whatever her name is, but you got off easy with old girl. Asia, whatever the hell her name is. But you got off easy, and I must say, it was a little unfortunate because you got all huffy and puffy because she told your friend that he had a big nose, and he did. My nose is a little wide. It fits my ethnicity. Everybody ain't got little small noses, I understand. But his nose was big. He was still cute. He a little on the gay side of it, and I hate to say that word, but he a little sweet. Like he had a little sugar in his tank, which ain't no problem if he's honest with himself. But if he around there smashing girls and bumping booties at the same time, the bitch is nasty. And if he gets to a damn dinner table with other individuals and put his hand underneath your dress, All y'all asses are crazy. So Gigi, I'm looking forward to what's going on. I think you're gonna take it too far. I think you're gonna do too much. I think you're gonna get exactly what's coming to you, which is a good old fashioned ass whooping from back in the day, for the old and the new. But again, I'm looking forward to see what you bring to the table, because if it's what I think it is, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. And one thing about words, once they're out there, you can't never take them back. So you're gonna say something to somebody, and you're not gonna be able to take that back. You're not gonna be able to do a redo, and they're gonna be done with your ass. But you're definitely showing America, if not only your Persian community, what you're all about. So in essence, you're kind of screwing yourself. So I would like for you to calm down. But if you want to be Thug Missus, Bone Thugs and Harmony the Third, baby, have at it, because you make my vlogs have so much life. So with that being said, Gigi, hey, hats off to you. Do you, boo. Again, this season, I'm looking forward to Shaw's. That was like a little summary. Hopefully, my original video will be uploaded, because the original video is like bananas. It's off the chain. I mean, when I listen to it, I actually find myself chuckling at some of the shit that comes out of my mouth. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys for sending me the text message, the emails, wanting my little opinion about this crazy ass show. And hopefully, I've done my deed and done it well. So until next time, guys, live life, love everybody, and just, I'll check you next time. Bye.